Hey guys, it's Jasmine. I haven't done a sit-down video in a super long time. Never mind sit-down video, I haven't done a proper makeup tutorial in a really long time, so I'm just hoping that this is good. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a train currently outside. But I'm about to show you guys how I do my kind of daily makeup. I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do wear makeup, this is a look that I wear. And I've been getting so many requests to film a video on this for so long. That train is really loud. And I just never have. I've never gotten to it because I don't make a tutorial, but let's just do it because so many of you want to see it. So we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna show you my everyday makeup routine and hopefully you guys enjoy. I am not a makeup artist, so my techniques, just bear that in mind. Anyway, let's get rid of these. Make my forehead look massive. Honestly, one of the main reasons I have never done a tutorial on this is because my makeup takes me quite a while just because I'm a perfectionist. Also, ignore my pimples. I can't imagine how much longer it's gonna take me on film because I'm really gonna be a perfectionist. Let's start. I start on eyebrows. The first thing that I use is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. So I got this before I had black hair, but I still use it because a girl really can't afford to be buying another one. Then I just use this angled brush. This is an e.l.f. brush. I don't have that much of an eyebrow technique because I just follow the natural shape of my eyebrow. But basically, I start like in the middle to end. So the most product goes there and I try to put a little bit of product at the front so that I don't look like I have block eyebrows. But it's just like, it fades. So I start in the middle. And I just follow the natural arch. And then I go to the top. Usually start on the bottom and then I just go to the top and draw the line. And then I go back to the bottom. And then I slowly go towards the front, putting the least amount of product at the front as I can. So there's the outline. And then I go in for more product, not too much. A little goes a long way with this product, so just start with a little and then just gradually build up. I start as closest to the tail as I can and then I just drag the product through. Also the bottom and the top line that I drew in the beginning, I kind of try and like blend them into it so that it's not just a line. And there's one eyebrow complete before I conceal it. Now I'm gonna go do the other eyebrow off camera. Okay guys, I'm back looking a little crazy with both my eyebrows done. So next we're going to conceal the eyebrows. So usually I use this concealer, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Concealer in the shade Fair, but I'm out of that. So we're gonna be using my foundation to conceal. And then I'm using this e.l.f. brush. It's just like a rounded brush. It just says eyeshadow brush. So just a rounded, like pretty flat brush. Then I just conceal around my brows. Once again, kind of starting in the middle. Just following the edges. Even though my brows weren't that messy, it just gives it a really like clean look. Then I go around the top. I usually only go around the top like a little bit so I don't get any more product, just what's left on the brush. And then just follow around the edge of your brow. Then I just blend that concealer down. Also just want to apologize for my eyebrows not being done. There's like stray hairs everywhere, but it's fine. So there's the difference. There's a concealed brow, and then there's a unconcealed one. Not much of a difference, but it's there. Okay guys, so I just concealed this eyebrow off camera. Now both eyebrows are done. So now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I first take the leftover concealer that's on the back of our hand and I just put that on my lids. Then I just blend that in. Now I like to do eyeshadow before I do my base, aka my foundation and everything, just so that if there is fallout, it doesn't ruin it. Now I do go to different palettes sometimes for my eye looks, like whatever I have on hand really. My Morphe 350 palette, Chocolate Bonbon palette, whatever. But I'm going to be using my soft glam palette. It is a mess. It's felt, so it got like stained with like other makeup and stuff. But this is the soft glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is her. She's a little broken. She's been through a lot. She's survived quite a bit, or not survived. Yikes. That shade is gone, but yes, this is the palette I'm going to be using. I just stick to mainly the browns and like, you know, like a white. So if you have a palette that has a variety of matte browns, you should be good for this look. It's very simple. So just to make it simpler, because I know not everyone has 1,000 eyeshadow brushes, I'm gonna use the eyeshadow brush that came in this palette, so whatever. And I'm just gonna use the mirror. Okay, so I first start off with the shade Orange Soda. Okay, and then I put that like right kind of in my crease, but like above my crease. So like just back and forth like windshield wiper motions, like right above the crease. I also don't know if this look is like different for people. My eyes are kind of like hooded, like where'd my eyelid go? So I do this just like above the crease, and then I pull it out a little bit just to be like a point, because I do winged eyeliner, so I kind of just bring it out a little bit past my eye, kind of to the end of my eyebrow, and I just blend it up. So when you're first applying the product, you want to just apply it like down low, like closer to your crease, and then like without getting any more product, unless you need it because there's not enough, you blend up closer to your eyebrow so that it looks nice and blended instead of there just being like a big line there. Just blend it up. Okay, so next I go into the shade Rustic, which is one of the like lighter browns in the palette. It's not, definitely not the light. Actually, it might be the lightest brown because, yeah, it definitely is, because other shades are like orange and stuff. Okay, so anyway, I dip into Rustic, tap off the excess, and then go exactly over where I first applied the orange, except up maybe a little bit more in the crease. So I apply that like in the crease slash a little bit like above the crease, but not on the lid. Just in the same back and forth windshield wiper motions, a little bit of circle, and then I also pull that out, just blend it out. Getting a tiny bit more product. It's always better to start with less product than more, because sometimes it can just be too much and you weren't expecting it. And then once again, without getting any more product, I just blend this up. Not quite as far as the orange, but into the orange. There we go. There's Rustic all applied. Next, I go to the shade Cypress Umber, which is the darker brown. It's right beside Rustic. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap. And then this I put directly into the crease. So below everything else. Okay guys, so my camera actually stopped filming, but I'm just gonna quickly show you what I did with, so we're still on the shade Cypress Umber. So I just took it in my crease like this, just windshield wiper motions, back and forth, and I don't put this above the crease or on the lid, it just stays like directly in the crease, just like that. And then around at the little wing here, I just take a tiny bit and follow the bottom of it. And then, so I take Cypress Umber once again, and instead of dipping in like this, I go kind of on an angle to collect more product. And then I just kind of tap it on instead of brushing it on. I do brush like a little bit, but I just tap it on about halfway from the outer corner to the middle of the lid. And that's it for Cypress Umber. The eyeshadow look is almost done, guys. So next I go in with the shade Noir, which is just a black shade. And this time I go in with the other side of the brush, so not the blending side. And I just put this in like the outer corner of my crease, so I don't put it in the whole crease. I focus it here and then blend it into the lid a little bit. Do little circular motions so that it looks nice and blended. Now we are almost done. Now I go for the inner corner. I use this shade Tempera, which is like an off-white kind of shade. So I just take it on the smaller side of the brush and just put that on the inner part of the lid towards the middle, and I just fade it into the dark brown. And there we go, that is one eye complete. Well, that's the eyeshadow complete without any eyeliner or anything. I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that both eyes are done, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. So I use the Rimmel London Exaggerate eyeliner. It's just a black eyeliner. I start by putting a line on my eyelid just right above like my eyelashes, and I follow it really tightly. Okay, now that that line is done, I'm just going to wing it, and I make a wing by going up in the direction of like my eyebrow. No, my eyebrows don't go like really far down, so it's just like in that direction. And I start up in the corner of my eye, and then just follow it up to the length you want. So right there, and then I connect it from the end of the cat eye this time. And I just draw that like that. So just kind of like, not straight across, but just down a bit, following the other line, but obviously just make a triangle. Leave a bit of room to like fill it in, but just make the angle. And then I go back to the inner corner. So as you can see, we already have that line on our eye. So then I start in around the middle of my eye, where it starts to like curve back down again. And then that's where I start to connect it to the tail. So find the middle of my eye, and then take it out and connect it. So now we have an outline of our eyeliner. Then I take a bit more product and then I just go fill it back in. There's the eyeliner. That's how you do it. Eyeliner is really easy for me, but I have been doing it since I was 14, and I used to wear makeup every day for 2 years. I would do eyeliner, so it does take a while to perfect. So don't give up if you don't get it right away, because let me tell you, my eyeliner looked terrible for about a year, and now I've got it down. So don't give up. It's hard in the beginning, but now it's like the easiest part of my makeup routine. Okay, so now that eyeliner is done, I now go in and do my base. So I forgot to mention at the beginning that you should start your makeup routine by moisturizing using whatever your favorite moisturizer is. I'm out of any of my moisturizers, so I use baby lotion, but it's fine, any moisturizer will do. So next I go in with my foundation. This is my favorite foundation, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And I'm the shade Snow, because I'm a pale lady. I do about I do 2 pumps. I take my beauty blender and I first dot it onto my face. Okay, so I didn't put any on my nose because I want to share a tip with you guys. If you find that like your foundation comes off your nose really easily, or it appears like cracky, or just, you know, slides off your nose, don't apply product directly to your nose. Once you're done blending your face in, use the excess product on your blender to put it on your nose. That's just a tip I learned. But now we're just going to blend it in using patting motions and a damp beauty blender. Once we get to the edge of the eyeliner, just to make it a straighter, sharper line, I'm just going to drag there's a little bit of product on this. I'm going to drag it across the edge of this eyeshadow just to make it sharper. Okay, so now that that step is done, I would usually go in and conceal under my eyes in little like triangle shapes, a little bit on my nose, triangle shape on my forehead, a little bit on my chin. But as you guys saw, I'm out of concealer, so we're just gonna set my face. Next, I just use a fluffy powder brush. This is an e.l.f. complexion brush, and I just use the CoverGirl clean powder in the shade Ivory. I don't use any fancy powder. This is just like a really cheap powder I got from the drugstore. I first go under my eyes so that it doesn't crease. And then I just tap it onto my face. I don't go in like circular motions or anything because that can move foundation and stuff around, and you're trying to set it, not move anything. So I just set it down. Now I go in with my e.l.f. contour palette and I mix the bottom two brown shades together. And then I just go and I kind of pat it on. I pat and I also blend. And you want to stay like below your cheekbone, but when you're blending, don't blend down. If anything, you want to blend up, but try to stay in like a bit of a circular back and forth motion, blending like more up. Okay, more in a like a line, but more upwards than down. And there's one side done, and I do it right above my ear towards the corner of my mouth, but I stop right about here. And this side looks darker, but it's just because there's a shadow on my face over here. So now I go in again with those mixed shades and I just go on my forehead. I start in like the corner right here, pat it on and then blend it towards the middle. I don't put any product in the middle. I just blend it around with the product focus on the corner. Honestly, I have bangs now, so I skip this step a lot of the time. Then I take a little bit, not too much. I just put it under my jaw. Just like around my jaw. I don't want too much because I don't want a line, but helps me on my little double chin. Also want to apologize for looking in the viewfinder. It's because I'm doing makeup, otherwise I would be looking in the lens more. Now I take just a bit of that product and I pinch the brush. I know, again, techniques, right? I'm not a makeup artist. But I go around the bottom of my nose and then the edges. It's not a perfect nose contour, but I have a really small nose, so I'm just trying to give it color so that it doesn't look like blank compared to the rest of my face. Then I go in with a bit of bronzer. My bronzer just broke, like right now. God damn it. Why me? Now it's spilling all over the place. This is a Rimmel natural bronzer. The lid's worn off, so I don't know. No, why is Lucian sad? I guess with my broken bronzer, just go in over the parts that I bronzed already. Just add a little more Next, I'm going to highlight. Now, sometimes I do go in with like an actual highlighter, but today I'm just going to use an eyeshadow. And I'm going to be using one from my Soft Glam palette, and the shade I'm using is the shade Fairy. It's like, it's a nice gold color, but it's more of a, I don't know, just compare it to the other golds. There's the one I'm using, there's another gold, there's another gold. It's a more yellowy one. Take it on a brush like this. It looks like a blending, like an eyeshadow blending brush, but a bit bigger. Also, my brush broke. It was an e.l.f. brush, but I mean, I'm still using it. I need new brushes. I want a new brush set. Anyway, take a bit of your product, not too much, and then I put it on my cheekbones, right above the contour. Then I gradually, you know, add more. I just don't want to start with too much because it is an eyeshadow, so it will be like more pigmented than a highlighter. Oh yeah, there we go. The one on the other side. Oh yeah, I used too much that time. We'll fix it, we'll fix it. Oh god, there's literally just like gold. Okay, then I just take a little bit, not as much as before, and I do right there, right above the eyebrow. Can you see it? It gives it more of a like a natural dewy kind of look. A tiny bit in the center. Center. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing the center if you have a large forehead. I'd say my forehead's pretty average. I don't know. And then my favorite part for highlighters, then take some on your pinky, and then I just dot it on the middle of my nose. And then a little bit here. That's so cute. It makes it so cute. That's what I love. And then I do a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I need to finish this soon because Lucian is cranky and he probably wants me because no one can't figure out why he's crying. Okay, now that the base is done, we're gonna go back in and do a little bit of eyeshadow underneath our eyes. So I go back in with our lighter brown shade Rustic and just put that really very, very, very close to the lash line. You don't want to blend it down and make yourself look like you got big eye bags. It just adds some smokiness. Then with our darker brown shade Cypress Umber, we're gonna go even closer to the lash line and only on the more outer part. So like the center of the pupil out is where I would put it. And then we take the tiniest bit of black and as close to the lash line as possible. And just put it on the outer corner. And now our eyeshadow is finally complete and I'm going to check on Lucian. Hey bald bear. Hey bald bear. Look it. Look. Look up there. Look here. So now I'm going to do my eye highlighter. So I'm going to go back in with that gold shade we're using for the face Fairy. And just like on the corner of my brush, I use it. And put it in the inner corner of my eye. Like so. Then we take some more and put it right underneath the brow. This is our second last step. We got mascara and then lipstick. So for mascara, I'm using the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Waterproof Mascara by Maybelline New York. This is pretty standard. I'm sure everybody knows how to apply mascara. Then I put that excess on my bottom lashes. Okay guys, the final step in this makeup look is lips. So today I'm going to be using the Milani Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade 12 Love. And that is the final makeup look complete. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I don't do makeup tutorials or anything, but it just has been requested so many times that I wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup. So there you go. I did it at the ripe hour of 6 p.m. So basically what I'm saying is this makeup's totally gonna be wasted because I know for a fact I am not doing anything tonight. Honestly, these days I just do my makeup to go to the grocery store. Just do my makeup to do anything because I barely go out, so whenever anyone can see my makeup in any circumstance is when I do it. Hence why this is my everyday look, even though it looks a little bit not everyday. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. My social media links are in the description, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is a wrap on day 8 of Vlogtober. Peace, guys.